Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a few DC updates for you today, including an announcement for a coming show for everybody who are DC fans. And I think you already know what I'm talking about. So let's get right into it. The first topic of the day is not DC, but it is an update for Meg 2. Yeah, there is a Meg 2. Remember the first Meg? Jason Statham pretty much punching a shark in the eye. A giant shark in the eye. But you know what? It was derived from an awesome book series called, there's an actual Meg series of novels. And it was really good. I have most of them, right? And I'm looking forward to the authors, the Lock mostly, but I love giant monster movies, and this is essentially a giant monster movies with Jaws, so that's pretty exciting. The first one wasn't as good as I thought it could be. They definitely changed the main character Jonas into something different, but I thought there was still potential in it. But now a new director is taking over. It's not Turtletop anymore. It's Ben Wheatley, and Jason Statham himself confirms that there's going to be a 2022 filming start. So hopefully we get more information for that, and then maybe I can actually do a genre etc. video for that. All right, well, let's get into DC now. Well, this is the big news. The Epic Global event is back. Return to DC Fandome October 16th of 2021. This year, we're going to have a DC Fandome experience. Now, the first DC Fandome was very successful. I'd say yes, it was very successful. I mean, it beat San Diego Comic-Con. It was more and spectacular. They make you watch it from beginning to end, because like a regular show, like a regular Hall H. So it really excited fans, really, made people get really excited for all the projects in there. And they also had the trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, it leaked, but hopefully that doesn't happen again for other movies, although maybe because it was Zack Snyder's Justice League, I don't know. But anyway, the DC Fandome, there's going to be another DC Fandome. What are we going to get here? I don't know. I mean, you can probably say we'll probably get another this is October, so Suicide Squad would have been done already. We won't get that. We'll probably get the Batman trailer. We'll probably get something from Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, possibly Aquaman 2, and even The Flash. And what else? They'll probably have to announce other things at this show in order to keep it really exciting, really keep us really invigorated, right? To see what's happening here. But you know what? There was a question where what do you want to see at DC Fandome? So I encourage everybody, there's a question right under this tweet where they actually ask us, I think it's right here, what do you want to see at DC Fandome this year? I encourage you to go to that little area and put down right under it, Restore the Snyderverse. I encourage you. And why not? That is DC. Snyderverse is part of DC, like Jim Lee says, right? So that's fine. As consumers, you can ask for something that they're so far not offering. And so might as well put that in. And it seems to be a lot of noise for Restore the Snyderverse under a whole DC Fandome. And so I guess a lot of people want to see the Snyderverse, it seems like, right? Maybe. So that is DC Fandome, October 16th. Hopefully we hear more about what's going to be there as we get closer to October. It seems pretty, it's about a little over 5 months away. All right. Now, this is an update from yesterday's story about Michael B. Jordan talking about Superman. Now, the other bloggers are thinking maybe he's just playing coy and maybe he's actually in the role of Superman. Well, actually, maybe not, because in this article right here, he acknowledges he is excited to see what Ta-Nehisi Coates has in store for Superman, but suggested he will not be suiting up. It's smart of DC to grab Ta-Nehisi to go ahead and adapt that project. He's incredibly talented. He's going to be worth checking out. I'm flattered that people have me in that conversation. It's definitely a compliment, but I'm just watching on this one. So there you go. He's pretty much out there that he is not going to be Superman in the new J.J. Abrams Superman. But he could still be Static Shock, or at least still involved in Static Shock. So that's another thing that could be coming out. And this is a cool thing. Shout out to Dave the Film Junkie. He had a show and they pulled this out and put it on a DC Cinematic Reddit. And he says that according to Dave the Film Junkie, Warner Brothers is becoming scared with the Batman and has tried to give Matt Reeves notes. So you can go ahead and watch this show. And I think this was, April 26th, so you can pretty much find that. And so I did watch it, and at the 54-minute mark, so what Dave is saying, that because the Ben Affleck and how was well received in Zack Snyder's Justice League, they are maybe giving Matt Reeves notes. And I'm wondering, what notes is that? What can, and he even mentioned that maybe they're trying to tell Matt Reeves to make it lighter, make it not so dark, because it's kind of funny, right? I mean, it's kind of ironic that they're saying that Zack Snyder's Justice League's Batman is not that dark now. He's lighter, he's a lot more faith and stuff like that. But that in, giving Matt Reeves notes to make that lighter from Zack Snyder's Justice League, weird how that works. It's kind of weird. And yet again, once again, if this is true, they are once again afraid of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like, they're once again, like, they don't want to make new gods because there's a dark side in Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? They're doing that. They didn't want Zack to make Green Lantern because they're making a Green Lantern. They are that afraid of Zack Snyder's Justice League's work, Zack Snyder's work, that they're giving notes to freaking Matt Reeves to change that. When Matt Reeves' Batman, the Batman trailer, got a lot of high marks. People are excited for that type of Batman. And they're giving him notes? What? What is going on? That's crazy. Now, to be fair, he doesn't have to follow those notes. I think there is a certain balance, and directors get notes all the time in regards to, like, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. He's got notes, right? They gave him notes as well. And a lot of, James Gunn already said that, he took the notes and he, probably didn't use all of them, but there were very few notes, he said, so they didn't give them that much. In fact, in this article, Denim Geek News, I'll be reading parts of it for you, James Gunn talks about the creative freedom of that R rating, right? That R rating. And so when talking about how he was offered to get the Suicide Squad, he said this: it happened quickly. We started talking about what the project would be. The first thing that was brought up was Superman, but I didn't know if I wanted to do that. So again, just reconfirming that they were indeed trying to get somebody else to do Superman from the get-go, from way back when. This was back in 2018 when they called him up. They wanted to get a new Superman that was not Zack Snyder. So they were already trying to do that. So this is, in this instance, James Gunn said, nah, I wanted to do something else. So the studio suggested once-in-a-lifetime alternative, make whatever you want. They're telling James Gunn, make whatever you want, was free to adapt anybody out of the DC catalog. Wow, they were really like, just do whatever you want. We don't know what we're doing here. We have no plan. Here, James Gunn, you made some successful Guardians of the Galaxy. You got fired from them at that time, and then let's bring you in. Do whatever you want. Give us that clout, that Marvel clout, that Disney bucks here. But yeah, anyway, so he's able to make that. So they definitely wanted to chase Marvel. They've always wanted to chase Marvel. So bring in James Gunn, who made 2 successful Marvel movies, sounds like a good idea. And so we'll see if that was a good idea by watching the movie. But when compared to taking characters from David Ayer's Suicide Squad, he said this: it wasn't something to contrast the first movie. It wasn't about going through a checklist of this is good, this is bad, this works, this doesn't. But the concept that John Ostrander started with in the comics, that these are B-grade, shitty superheroes who are considered disposable by the U.S. government, are sent out on these Black Ops missions where they probably won't make it. But who gives a shit? Because they're pieces of shit prisoners without many skills. So that is it. And that's the movie Gunn wanted to make, and did so with R-rated glee. Okay. He even talked about the 1950 space alien Starro doing and you actually see that in trailers, so it's not spoilers. Starro is hilarious because he's ridiculous. He's a giant cerulean blue starfish, but he's also fucking terrifying. When I was a kid, I thought that was the scariest thing of all time, and I think that exemplifies what this movie is. It is ridiculous, and it's also terrifying and serious. So he works really well as the villain in the movie, as one of the villains, actually. So one of the villains, probably one of the biggest ones, and it's kind of cool to see that on screen. On the trailer, one of the, of all the most impressive things from the first trailer, I like the second trailer better, but the first trailer, seeing a giant kaiju is something that will always warm my heart because I love kaiju films, and so that's definitely one of the biggest things out of that trailer. Talking about let's see, talking about killing characters and how some of these bad people will die is in presumably horrible ways. Not that Gunn is killing his darlings lightly. The first thing I had to do was ignore the potential blowback from killing a character, Gunn says. Instead, he focused on following the natural progression of the story and the natural progression of a character's arc. I'm just a servant of the story. So whatever the story says is what I'm going to do, no matter what the repercussions are for anything. I believe in the truth of the story. I believe that there was a story out there that needed to be told that I don't have any control over. So, and he elaborates even further about the story, about making inspiration for certain characters, and one of them that we're always looking at, Peacemaker, like what the fuck, like where did that come from, right? I mean, he does look like comic books, but he did get some inspiration. He said that I think that the actual inspiration for Peacemaker was the shitty 1970s Captain America TV shows that I loved when I was a childhood, and I think Peacemaker exemplifies a lot of things about society that are going on politically and what people's beliefs are about America and the world. So being able to tell those stories that are slightly more socially conscious in their essence, but also outlandish, he lends itself to that. So there we go. And he also, just for people who are interested in Guardians 3, he said that he loves doing the Peacemaker TV series, and he could see making, a TV show after Guardian 3. That's definitely a possibility. So I'll link this article in the description below if you want to read the entire article about James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which is coming soon, this August. All right, well, let's get into a director who never got that creative freedom, unfortunately, and that is Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder got the Snyder Cut. We don't have official numbers yet. We don't have official HBO Max numbers. Probably never get them now, but at least we got something else here. This is the official charts. The Snyder Cut has arrived. Zack Snyder's Justice League makes a big entrance on the UK's official film chart, while Willy's Wonderland and the Urban Legend trilogy also make their debut. What is this about? This is actually about digital downloads. And Zack Snyder springs to the number one. Zack Snyder's Justice League is number one on this official charts, beating Wonder Woman 1984, which was number 2 in terms of digital downloads. And I think this is in UK, just specifically in UK. So for UK, thank you for the support. Zack Snyder's Justice League is number 1 in digital downloads over there in the UK, which is awesome. Now, something came up today that was quite interesting. Another thing that made people mad, honestly. It happens a lot, especially when you're working with Warner Brothers Entertainment. Warner Brothers Entertainment today decided to release a 4K trailer of Justice League. No, it's not Zack Snyder's Justice League. No, they decided to release the movie they think is canon, Joss Whedon's Justice League, in a 4K trailer. Just today, out of no fucking reason, right? You go to search Warner Brothers UK, not the same day, but Warner Brothers UK released Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. Warner Brothers Germany, 6 days ago, released Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. Okay, HBO Max has been doing Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. There's no one out there at this time, after seeing Zack Snyder's Justice League and knowing about all the abuse and everything that has happened on the set of reshoots for Joss Whedon's Justice League, them Warner Brothers people are so tone deaf and dumb that they would release Joss Whedon's Justice League out of the blue and say there's a 4K trailer for it. Really? Really? Who did that? Why? Why? I don't know what's worse when there's like 1.1k people that liked it or what, but it literally it is being downvoted like crazy now. It's now at 14,000 downvotes. So people are not happy with this. Certainly showing they're not happy with this. Unfortunately, it's still engagement for YouTube. So even though you downvote, that's kind of engagement, and they're seeing that, oh, okay, maybe we should spread this out because people are really engaging with it, whether it's upvote or downvote. So, but in any case, we can clearly see that, you know, it's being racial now. Not many people like it. I don't like it. I don't know why they put this out. This is crazy. I mean, I don't know what is the deal with that. Is this some kind of really tone deaf and dumb studio right here that's doing this? Like Netflix today, Netflix Geeks, it's a Netflix account. Literally just put out Zack Snyder as a tweet, right? Just Zack Snyder, because they know that people are going to engage with that. They're like, people love Zack Snyder. You know, we love Zack Snyder. IGN retweeted that, Zack Snyder, you know. Even TBS loves Zack Snyder. Okay. Warner Brothers UK, International, I heard France, Warner Brothers France, Crave. They're all these, Zack Snyder. Warner Brothers US, though, Joss Whedon. Yeah. What the fuck is going on? That's crazy. What's wrong with it? What gets out of their ass? Like, I would rather you not say a thing than be this disrespectful by putting out Joss Whedon's version. And in front of the faces of people who already know the story. We know what happened. I mean, we don't know the full story, but we got the gist of it, of what happened on Justice League. What Joss Whedon did. Everything that happened on there. We've seen the movie. In fact, this trailer you put out, a lot of this stuff is not even in the movie. So what are you trying to do here? I don't get it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Ohio Dave Avery, man. He put this out on Vero. Downvote. Yeah, I guess that would happen. But guess who replied? Zack Snyder. Crossing the line. They're crossing the line. I don't know if that's reference to when the character in Army of the Dead says, that's crossing the line, man. I don't know. But it is crossing the line. Seriously, what is the deal with this? Man, Zack, I don't know. Maybe let's just drop some stuff here, you know. How about that? How about a good shot or a scene of that? Who cares about Warner Brothers now? Doesn't seem like they're showing any respect for the fans or, you know, Zack in any case, in any way. Man, this is crazy. What is going on over that company here? I don't know what's going on, but we'll continue though. We'll continue the pressure though. At least I'll continue the pressure. Absolutely. So let's get it on with it. Let's keep going with it. And you know what? There is actually one more thing I want to show you. There's actually one more thing I want to show you. I didn't have it prepped up. But I retweeted because Jacob Torres put out a little post on Vero just to see if Zack would react to it or and whatnot. So he put out this picture here. Watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack said, don't delete, repeat, pause, okay? Don't delete, repeat, pause, restore the Snyderverse, don't delete HBO Max. Zack Snyder liked it. So this is today. So I'm going to take that as a yes, saying don't delete HBO Max, don't cancel HBO Max, just keep watching it, keep repeating it and repeating it, restore the Snyderverse. This is Zack saying this now. I'm going to take that and say definitively what Zack wants us to do at this moment in time. So let's keep going. Let's keep watching over and over, over and over. And when DC Fandome arrives, okay, DC Fandome arrives, let's bombard it. Let's trend restore the Snyderverse like we've never trended before, or at least close to. I'm even 100, 500,000. I think today it even trended right next to DC Fandome, so that was pretty awesome. So there you have it. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's keep fighting the good fight here, and don't get distracted too much about this. But as I can see, not there is a lot of comments under this thing, which if I can get to it, a lot of comments under this thing that shows Restore the Snyderverse all over the place. Restore the Snyderverse, the biggest villain ever in DCU, Warner Brothers, Restore the Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse. I could go on all day. I could go on all day reading all these comments, but definitely people, the public, the people have spoken. No, we don't want to know about this anymore. In fact, make it the rarest thing on earth. Yeah. So, Restore the Snyderverse, guys. Restore the Snyderverse. All right. Well, let's get into the members' comments and questions now. Lee Fusion Robinson. Sorry, no, I am out if Michael B. Jordan is in. Well, I can tell you good news. Apparently, he's not in. Hello, the problem is not what the reporter said. The problem is that Inside HBO Max retweeted it. Yes, in fact, they did. They also unretweeted it, which was smart. So, poor intern, whoever did that. Hi, Chris. I wonder which vaccine you got. Pfizer? I got Pfizer. Yes, I got Pfizer. If Kong is the last of his kind, who is he going to make baby with? Exactly. Who? That's why I'm asking. Like, how is there a son? Unless, it's hard to say he's the last of his kind. Oh, but he may not be the last of his kind when in Hollow Earth. So they did say that it's possible that his kind could still be in the Hollow Earth. So never know. It's a big world. I was honestly triggered when Inside HBO Max retweeted that guy's tweet. I felt like unsubscribing because they were disrespecting their own subscribers and content by doing so. When they unretweeted, I still decided to unsubscribe. Mainly because the GVK movie, MK movie were both victims of Warner Brothers studio interference. The stories were inconsistent, and I think even though they were successful on the platform, on a level playing field in cinemas, I'm sure they would have tanked. I'm hoping Matrix 4 doesn't get the same treatment due to management, content quality, constant Snyder and Ayer criticism, and now I own a digital copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League on Google Play. Oh, you do? I just can't justify giving them any more money. That's fine. If you don't want to, if you want to cancel, go right ahead. If you feel to do so. Monodipek, that blogger thing is apparently BS. The guy made up from an interview with Jason Kylar. By the way, I suggest y'all listen to Tim Yoko's analysis on the DC Film Squadcast of the economics behind the revenue HBO Max is making right now and why they are doing really well. Yes, I agree. Listen to DC Squadcast. They are awesome. Tim and Scott, awesome fellas. Zack being the GOAT, like, oh, yeah, that's right. The Netflix thing. Yeah, sorry about that, Chris. I think there might be a glitch every now and again when I comment. No worries, man. On a completely unrelated topic, I desperately need an official. That would be insane. Ping pong shirt in my life. Like, legit, I just taking my freaking money, all of it. I'll tell my wife. Black Superman? Not impressed. Muscle definition, not indentions. There you go. Come on, Chris. Do you even lift, bro? I don't. I don't even lift. So, thank you. Thank you for that. But no, I don't even lift. I only lift enough to drink, and I have one giant ab. Kudos, Chris, for your important points here. The tweet in question was not something to be triggered by, and if I may add, the Inside HBO Max account temporarily retweeting it wasn't either. The account undoing the retweet should make that clear. The person doing the retweet hadn't noticed the jab taken at Snyder Cut Bros and was focusing on the positive numbers on the movies. Then they realized the problem and undid the retweet. People using this to scream to unsubscribe from HBO Max are running on base emotion, nothing more. If people are seriously going to unsubscribe, wait until the physical release of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Play the long game. Patience is key. Oh, when is the physical release? When is the physical release? Great point again, Chris, and it's something that needs to be hammered home. Wait a minute. Is this the same? The same day premiere is going to end soon, and when it does, HBO Max needs original content to keep people around. I wonder if the same day premiere thing was a part of the sudden restructuring last year where Emmerich got more control and Warner Max was dissolved. Now that HBO Max can't rely on the Warner Brothers film released for success, dare we hope that restructuring could be reversed a bit, so that more of that new guard that was so on board for Zack Snyder's Justice League would return. HBO Max needs its Mandalorian, and the Snyderverse is in the perfect position to be that, and I agree. In fact, there's a thread that Krypton Cage had put out, and Nahid, and I will probably make that as its own video, maybe. I thought it was interesting, and it was a good timeline of events to where we are now, in terms of who's in charge and so on and so forth. Total burn from our boy Zack. I had to rewatch that part 3 times. I was cracking up. Restored this Snyderverse, yeah. Let's see. Darn right. Kind of looking forward to how that fandom will handle the Snyderverse demand. I'm wondering. So Warner Bros. Released a trailer promoting Josstice League 7 hours ago, and what's this I hear about HBO Max getting canceled? Yeah, I got it all down in this show. Zack, that's what she said. All right. Warner Brothers should be more concerned with their current Superman. Michael B. Jordan is a great actor, but I feel his energy would be put to better use with a character who hasn't seen the spotlight before. Speaking of Ben, has anyone else noticed he's in a history lesson scene? Or am I seeing things? Maybe that theory of Bruce being sent into the past after JL3 isn't just a theory after all. Make the Batfleck movie, restore the Snyderverse. You know, I saw that too. And I think someone put it out in Vero, and Zack never said anything. He just liked it. So that is a theory that is very interesting indeed. Or is it just some guy that looks like Ben? But, I mean, he really looks like Ben. So I'm wondering about that. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It seems like every day something happens. Let's see what Warner Brothers does tomorrow to piss us off again. And then I'll be there to talk about it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.